very strange candy store and an alliance gifting event. We're going to talk about what I think to do with that. It's a little bit on the strange side. One of the things right here is that you can see you can, for 1,000 gold, and then you get 1,000 candies, or you can use 1,000 silver promotion credits. Now, for me, I have an abundance of silver promotion credits, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm still having a high degree of scarcity with dark promos. I've heard that some of the heavy spenders have an abundance of dark promotion credits. Well, good for you, and I guess they can do the higher amount. Now, the one thing that people are saying is that if you spend 600k gold to get 10,000 candy, and then you could basically get 5 uniques that normally cost 800,000k. So that is normally 1.5 million gold if you are buying it in the store, and it only costs you 600,000 gold. And then the other sentiment right here is this: the candy store is a method to drain your gold prior to level 105. I'm not sure exactly when that's going to happen, but I can understand the sentiment. Some people have more gold than others. I feel like you get to a threshold where gold is not as scarce as, let's say, like training materials. That's the way it's been for me. But who knows? Like, some people even speculated that we're gonna get 110. You know, we're gonna skip over 105 and go to 110 right away. That's been a rumor. But if we do go to the next level, I mean, I've heard of players having 1 billion gold. I think I crossed 100 million gold recently. So it's going to be pricey, whatever they do, if they do a level cap increase. Now, as far as the candy store, I don't know what to do here. I don't think these Oath Diamond Orb fragments are that great. They're slightly better than a Diamond Orb, only they have a higher drop rate for Oath. So you can see, like, it's just like a normal Diamond Orb, right? But there's a 25% drop rate on Oath. So in some ways, this is like a boosted drop rate on Red Stars, only for Diamond Orbs. It's kind of interesting. I mean, this is a familiar concept. I don't know if that's a good deal or not, but I'm going to try one just to check it out. And the main thing I'm going to be looking for is right here. Is right here behind me, which is going to be the Awakened abilities. Aries Special. Also, I've seen the ultimate for Blade, and that's what I'm going to be focused spending on the candy. There's 34 days left on this, and that's what will be my main focus. And then there's also a spending event, which is for like the first week. I think it lasts for another 6 days, which is going to be on the web store. Let's keep going. Let's go back over here and please prioritize Operation Omega payout. So this is the one that had the leaderboard auctions, and in those auctions, it had a lot of purple ISO. I'm in that camp too. Potentially get another red star for Odin for the Valhalla milestone. So if you want to rush and get Odin, part of it is, if a lot of people are getting Odin right now, right? It seems to be easier than that of getting Mephisto, but this 2 Valhalla event only is here for another 13 days. So if I want a 7 red Odin, I got to get Odin and get through the first run of Dark Dimension 8 if I want to do that. And so what they're saying here is that event, the leaderboard auction event, is going to pay out. Now, they did post saying some things. There was a lot of ties. I noticed that I was tied with a bunch of people at 147,000 points. Operation Omega leaderboard update. The current event, Operation Omega, will have a delayed payout. Not what the opposite of what the other person was saying. So we can manually handle tiebreakers. Thank you for all of the feedback on the issue and your patience on the payout for the leaderboard being delayed. Well, that's the opposite of what this post here is about. All right, Blade is in the game, and there was a video on the main Marvel Strike Force YouTube channel, and it is showing some crazy numbers from Blade. I guess this is 2.1 billion. I didn't see it. Someone sent me a screenshot. That sounds bonkers. I did test him inside of raids with the 3-piece and Vol and Mephisto, and it did not work. I also tested them in Crucible. Oh, that video will go up. It did not work also. So I really think that Man-Thing and Oath add a lot to the team. Oath gives them extra speed on spawn. Well, she does to everyone. She's got like a king passive. And then Man-Thing gives Night Stalkers 20% extra speed. It's kind of a big deal. And so the team, of course, is incomplete. Now, you can see on the screen, Blade ISO Striker. I think that is what I'm going to do right here. And that mostly has to do with this reduced speed bar by 10%, which I think is pretty fantastic. Having the ability to reduce speed bar 10%. Also, I would suggest putting Agatha on the end, like putting Agatha on the far left or the far right, and then Blade next to Agatha. And the reason for that is that Agatha basic will call in an assist from a random adjacent Night Stalker or Darkhold, and I think you want that to be Blade. So my team positioning, I've been putting Agatha on the end and Blade adjacent to Agatha. Also, this is the concept art. This is the official Scopely Marvel Strike Force concept art. I think what this is that they draft this before doing the 3D modeling and all of that, and they actually send this off to Marvel for approval before starting building the 3D models and such. So this is pretty cool. I wish we could see more of this stuff. Like once this is approved by Marvel, I mean, I would hope they would publish it then. Like, you know, like I'm sure there's stuff that they have planned for like a couple months from now. And it wouldn't be cool if we could see these things, you know, a couple months in advance instead of having to depend on data mines or rumors or things like that. Feedback. Oh my God, this is the most upvoted post by far on Reddit today. 240 upvotes. Feedback. We don't enjoy character releases via RNG orbs. Balance, understand you're trying new ways to release characters and you're leaning heavily into orbs. It used to be within 10 to 14 days we would get a character released via in-game engagement. Yeah, that's what they don't want. They want you not to get a character. Well, some people, like a very small percentage of people that get random like it, but they want to push you out 30 days. That's the whole purpose of this, is that they're delaying it, and it's going to be randomized, right? Maybe you get lucky, maybe you don't, right? And if you don't want to deal with the randomization, then spend money. That is literally what they're trying to do. That is their intent. It's by design. Many players with moderate to high engagement could reach 3 to 4 star. They understand that. The new method provides no character. They understand. This is 1000% intentional. This could lead to frustration and general unhappiness of the game. Yes. And they're hoping that general unhappiness creates more spending over spenders leaving the game. This is literally intentional. I'm an everyday active player and I'm 22 out of 100 Nimrod shards. And I know, like, for me, I'm experiencing the same frustration with Nimrod in that I am like 2 shards away from going to the next star level. And I'm looking at, and I'm getting these orbs, and I get Lady Deathstrike orbs, right? Somewhat related, if you remove free claim fighting, they included 5 recent release characters, new method to step backwards for many players' eyes. It is a step backward. This is exactly what they want to do. This is what is so annoying. And I know this post right here is just unlike Thanos Endgame, and the event ended, right? And I noticed that as soon as the event ended, through other events, I very quickly got 50 in-game Thanos shards today. And I was thinking, wow, right as the event ended. And then also the age of doing very little. There's a lot of things that made sense in this post. And I do have one suggestion for this player. This is what the current state of the game, characterized by new slow drip RNG release method, random paywalls, and subject to change standard operating procedures, means to me do little is necessary in game for as long as possible. Level 100 player does not yet have Mephisto or Odin. As far as I can tell, there is nothing I can do at the moment within the game to grind for purple ISO. You can spend money, so there's nothing I can do to build towards Odin. I'm DD7 and need more red gear. and I'm moving at a pace that suggests I'm earning what I need at a sustainable rate. And I think the problem is that they need to get into a bigger alliance that's doing higher difficulties of raids so that they'll get better access to Crimson gear. I need Mephisto because it looks like 8 other players in my arena shard have them. I think we got 26 in mine now. I'm going to need to keep him to keep in the top 10, which is where I need to be to keep up my core income. They did change it a little bit, right? The top 10 gets 500, and I think the up to 20 gets like 450. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but it's, I feel like, well, let's look at it, because I feel like they've leveled this out a lot, and that's actually probably the only good thing that they've done inside of the game of recent is, let's see, the rewards right here. Yeah, right here. All the way through 10 is 500. And then right here, 11 through 20 is 450. So I would think that staying in the top 20 for a lot of people is going to be a reasonable expectation. For some people, like, it depends on where you're at, but I think a lot of people are going to try to at least fit in the top 20. Now, it used to be way, way, way worse. And that's probably the only good thing that has happened. I saw a post here on Reddit today. Someone that's free to play said they had 50,000 cores. Well, that's cool. But I think for me, I've started to core characters. Like, I was thinking about that frustration I have with Nimrod is maybe I just want to core, spend the 675 and get 6 shards minimum. Those orbs give minimum of 6. I think they average close to 8. But it's like, okay, fine. So new characters, so power creep out the old ones unless they pop up as necessary in flash content. I have no reason to invest in old characters. I think that focusing on new characters is a way better strategy. So I don't use training materials, which is the main bottleneck on a newer account. With 1,000%, training materials is like the main bottleneck from when I had a 90-day account, right? Until I unlock a character, my gold spin is so low that I can instantly bring a new character level 100 upon unlocking it. There's a little left in the stores I need. I don't spend a lot of store currency because of that. On the rare occasion when something pops up, I want to have plenty of currency to get it. There are vanishingly few needed characters and bumps. I was fast after the announcement that characters would be delayed in going there, and so I'm hoarding bumps too. I'm also hoarding premium orbs, mega orbs, spotlight orbs. What spotlight orbs is not tied to bumps, but you get the idea. There's certain orbs that I am hoarding specifically for when annihilators go into bumps, or probably I'm waiting for, some sort of tricksy legendary event where you need XYZ team and then I can just pop the orbs. I feel like Old Man Logan event kind of screwed me from having like Starbrand, and it was like, doing better at war raids or CC has little to do with maintaining my place in arena. And the strategy building new characters 100 instantly ignoring the old ones in those modes too. But really, what's the point of outperforming alliance average of those nodes? Yes, I can get more good if my alliance went to the next raid level. And I think that is my suggestion. I know it's tricky where you've made friends with people in alliances, but getting into an alliance that is optimizing your red gear income, like if trying to be in the maximum raid level that you can possibly be in, will help get Mephisto, right? Again, I'm earning at the rate I seem to need. In any case, a collective decision, and my alliance as a whole seems less interested in advancing in raids. And I mean, if you want to get Mephisto faster, I know that your friends, or maybe you're friends with 5 of the sweaty people in your alliance, maybe the 5 of you move into another alliance. I don't know. In any case, it's collective decision. My alliance as a whole seems less interested in advancing in raids. Diamonds have little value when the new characters won't get to 7 yellow stars for months. I agree. It takes 6 months, right? Small difference in gold rewards for winning awards. Hardly incentive to do anything at all, specifically in game mode. A lot of people say that. Our alliance even has gone more casual on Alliance War recently, which I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like this sweaty mode, even though the rewards were never worth it. Kind of got a wish with Blitz, and it's hardly needed for anything. And have been most of the recent featured Blitz characters of late, while nobody likes Blitz, hasn't been replaced with another grind mode that compensate for not spending money or cores. So what's there left to do the game? Well, there's enough to keep me from quitting, but my level of engagement and that of my entire alliance has dropped significantly since the trash crap in Britain unlock and all that's come after. And And the lesson there is to save resources that might be needed for something unexpected later, rather than use the resources play the game. I don't know, Scopely, perhaps this is what you wanted. But if you thought this new age of boredom and inactivity would incentivize me to spend $1,000, well, you got that wrong. Hopefully the new regime will go the way of New Coke. The game has gone through bad stretches in the past before the decision makers waged up and changed course. Meanwhile, Jan, I think I'll take a nap. I agree. Very interesting times here in Marvel Strike Force. The only thing I have to chase is Odin and some red gear. But largely, I'm kind of feel like this player. Just like, all right, yeah, I got to get some red gear. I got to spend some money on purple gear to get Odin. It is what it is. All right, bye for now.
Go big or go home. With Whale Harder, nothing's too big to conquer. Now available on Amazon. With Amazon Prime, get fast and free delivery.